Okay, I've had a couple questions about the Excel spreadsheet, and I'm in an airport in Chicago, so it's going to be kind of loud, but I'll tell you, maybe this will help you. So this was our number of trips and operating costs. In class, in the 8 a.m. class, the cost for October was 1,020, and if you use this number and did not change it, as I kind of talked about at the end of the class, your high-low will be 28.10 a trip. So this portion would be your total variable portion, right? And you take that by taking the 2810 times the level of activity at the high level, and then that's your total cost. So then your fixed portion would simply be your total costs less the total variable costs. There's your fixed cost right there. Oops. Okay. So some of you also got tripped up on this, and this is almost too easy to be true, but since it's 2810 per, then if I take 1,000 trips, then it's just 1,000 times 28. And as you can see, your fixed costs are fixed, and there is your total. So moving on to the scatter plot, then all you need to do is select your data like thus, and then click on the insert. And this is exactly what I told you in the instructions. If you go back over here, highlight all the volume and cost data, click on the insert tab, and then click the scatter chart. So here we go. I've got my data. Then I go, actually, you can either do the recommended chart. And if you do the recommended chart, it actually comes up with the scatter as the first one, which is great. Okay, gives you a scatter plot right here. Then I ask you to move that chart. So your move chart is just right up here in the corner, and you move that to a new sheet. And I'm going to call this new scatter. I already have one, but I'll go ahead and place it there just for fun. Okay, so there's my new scatter plot. So let's see if that. Now that you're over here on this chart, the next thing I asked you to do is to change the layout. So here's, I said under quick layout, so here's your quick layout, and I asked you to select one, which if you hover over it, you'll see these have different numbers, and I just asked you to do one. Of course, you could do another one just for fun if you wanted to, but that's what that is all about right there. And the next thing is to add the title. So here you could talk, so all you have to do is double click on your chart title, and you can name that something like, Shimmy's Limo, and then whatever chart this is for. I think this is your trips chart. Okay. And then you would change the title. There's your y-axis, and here is your x-axis, and you label those appropriately. And the next thing it says is you'll want to do any, you can insert a shape if you want to point out an outlier, and you're also going to add a trend line and the R-squared value. So over here, then you can actually select any of these and right click and add a trend line, and it opens up this one. There's a linear trend line, and down over here it says display equation on the chart and display the R-squared. So that's what that looks like. Now, the neat thing is because you grab that data, if you actually go back to our number of trips, and remember I said if you had changed it to 2,000, if you type in the 2,000, then holy macaroni, you are going to find your new scatter plot looks something different, okay? And you can always point out your outliers. So you'll do that also for the number of trips, and here is your number of trips.